Good day, welcome to FKU Africa Podcast. How can an African be a foreigner in an African country? To gain mentality, we need to let go of the influence of the West. Let me see. All right, that's good. I'm recording, man. So what's up, man? How's it going there?
Man, everything's good, man. We quarantining. You know, some of us are out doing stuff, wearing masks and whatnot. Just out here. I know me. I'm out here living blessed, black, and highly favored, making theater and whatnot. As you can see with all the posters on my wall.
Yeah, man. I see. There's too much going on over there, man. What you on about, man? What's going on over those posts, man? I can't make sense of the post. I can't even read one. What's going on there?
These are posters from plays that I've been in. I do a lot. I'm a theater person. I do a lot of theater. So these are all plays that I've been in over the past many years.
All right.
Like one of these plays is A Raisin in the Sun.
All right. So
like one of these plays is a play called A Raisin in the
Sun. That's what's up, man. So, in terms of plays, what you on about? Like really, what's your play is about? Is it about some social issues, or it's about fun and happiness or love and all that? What is it all about?
Well, the play, these plays that I've been in, they're about a lot of things, but the plays that I've written, like I've written a play called Time. It was about suicide and depression, something that occurs in our community a lot that we don't address very much. Another play that I wrote was called Battle of the Books. It's about a devoted father and devoted mother, Black, wanting to see their daughter read more and become more immersed in literature. That idea came to me when I was just, working at a daycare and seeing so many parents, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Also, I was sweeping and it just happened, and it came to me one day. Another play that I've written that I'm working on putting up right now is called Aprenda Español. It is about black man who's trying to do better, and he ends up having to study with a Mexican girl in order to get better at his Spanish. And I am kind of like alluding to the tension between Black gang members and Mexican gang members in California with that one.
Oh, all right. That sounds good, man. So, we just get into it. We didn't even introduce each other, man. So, let me take this time to introduce myself.
No, we just jumped off. So,
let me take this
time. Audience, I'm ADQ, and you introduce yourself to my audience.
All right, for your audience, this is Maneza F8 down from South Africa, man, in Africa, in a beautiful city called Cape Town. This is where I'm from, man. We're doing it big out here. We just I'm a hip hop artist. I did plays when I was coming up, but it didn't work for me because I couldn't apprehend the memorizing of the scripts and all that kind of stuff. It was too much for me because I had so much going on in my life back then. So so I just stick to music. I just stick to hip hop. I do hip hop. I do podcast. I do web development. I do websites and apps and all that kind of stuff, man. So you say you are AQ. What are you on about, man?
Okay, so peace to my brothers and sisters over in the motherland. My name is I go by ADQ with podcasting, radio, writing. I mean, when I rap, when I do poetry, but it's an acronym for my government name, which is Adrian Dion Quarles. I'm coming at y'all live from Greensboro, North Carolina, here in America. I'm originally from small, beautiful Shelby, North Carolina. Also did some time in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Shout out to Trey Fo and Shelltown. Um, me, what I do for a living, I teach. Like I'm an assistant teacher over at Western Guilford Middle School. But me, I act. I'm a playwright. Just joined up with the Dramatists Guild. What else? I rap. I don't rap like I used to. I don't do hip hop like I used to.
I
But
gotta, I
I
gotta,
got bars, man. I got bars.
I gotta get back to you too on
You have
that one, man. We gotta do something.
we do, man. We do.
Yeah, man.
Um. So so I also do poetry. I think it was kind of easy. I thought it was easy to go from hip hop into poetry. It was like, hey, just write lyrics and instead of rapping them, talk them. But no, it's completely different form. Very related art form, but completely different, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What else? I've directed a few plays. Most recently, Submerged, which can be seen on YouTube. Haha, shameless plug right there. Gully Frank Theater Film Zoom Fest. What
Come again with
else?
that YouTube. Give that
So what?
plug for YouTube. Give that plug again for YouTube.
Say it one more time.
I give us that plug for YouTube again so that my people can check it out.
Oh yeah. I will definitely put up a link on YouTube. Definitely.
All right, cool.
Um, let's see what else, man. Shoot, you asked me what I do. That's a loaded question. Oh yeah, and one thing. Oh yeah, of course, our podcast, ADQ's Renaissance, which we're co-doing. I'm on ADQ. You're on ADQ's Renaissance. I'm on FKU Africa. Thanks for
Yeah,
having me.
yeah, yeah,
And I just got a radio slot that I'm using to promote theater. It's called ADQ Stage Door. It comes on 106 TBC every Wednesday, during the 5 to 6 slot. And last but not least, this is why I try doing everything that I do. I want to bring our people together
that's what's up.
because there are black people here in America who will say I ain't no African. I'm like, yes, you are.
Yeah, yeah,
You, you, me, y'all in Africa, Jamaicans, Haitians, all of us, we are one. And the sooner that we realize that, the better.
yeah, man. That's what's up, man. That's not only limited to those, man. Like Africans are all over the place, man. You'll be surprised. Africans are flooding China right now, man. Africans are in Australia right now, man. Africans are in Brazil right now, man. Africans are in Europe, all over Europe. So Africans are everywhere. So we don't have to limit to those that we know, like those are in Africa and those that are in America. Africans are everywhere. As soon as we recognize that we are all one and we just need to have the same purpose, the better for all of us.
Yeah, the sooner that we realize that we're one family, you know, I don't look at it like, yo, we're all Africans, we're better than everyone. No. It's like we're all Africans. Let's love ourselves as much as we love everyone else.
Yeah, yeah,
Like I have white friends. I have I have a very good friend who's Cambodian. I have Hispanic friends and stuff. Um, they go home, they tight. They like really skin spandex tight with their culture. They're
for
going to carry
real.
out their
Yeah,
culture in all ways.
that's for real. Yeah,
We need to do the same thing.
yeah, for sure, man. So, uh, what you all been doing there, like for to make sure that you make the awareness for other brothers around you, your cycle, and uh, around the states there. to make sure that you have some kind of a unity that points to Pan-Africanism?
Well, the way I do it is kind of like in kind of a bit of an advocacy mode. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll walk up in the spaces wearing stuff like this,
Yeah,
or
original, soul, beautiful,
great
great.
man.
Original, soul, beautiful, proud, the greatest, ghetto. What is that? Is that forever? Yeah, that's what's up, man. Black. That's what's
And
up.
and like I said, I walk in the spaces wearing stuff like that, and I try to walk in with the knowledge of myself. Now I don't know everything, but I'm learning as I get older,
Yeah,
and I think, okay, what would be the way to carry? What would be the way to approach whatever situation I do that would be beneficial for my people?
yeah,
Like what is this boy doing that's going to get him further down that school to prison pipeline? How can I help him stay away from that and be the governor or be a doctor, or you know what I'm saying, be a game changer?
yeah,
What is this black business that is going on that benefits people that may need a couple dollars just to keep them going? Okay, let me get one of their products. But the main thing is, what are some stories that I could tell about us and write about us that would kind of like tell a story about us, which is what I did with Time and Battle of Books.
yeah. Sounds good, man. So on my side, we just wake up now and realize that the continent that we thought is ours is actually not ours. Can you imagine that? The continent that
Yo,
the continent that we thought the beautiful Africa that we thought belongs to black people, it's actually don't belong to black people. It's actually,
brother, I was listening to one of your episodes earlier. Sorry to cut you off. I was listening to one of your episodes earlier, and it further registered in my mind just how much of a victim of colonization that we are there as we are here.
the same, man. We're fighting the same fight. Because, man, uh, the main objective that the colonizers have was to divide us and stripped away the worthiness, stripped away the humanity, stripped away the loyalty, stripped away the unity that we have. So now we are left as individuals fighting each other. Everyone is one for himself. And as you can see, the presidents that we have, they all become dictators even less than 2 years in power, because every man is the man for himself. That sense of unity is taken away from us. So that's why it's too easy for the West, for America, for China, for Europe to just come in and divide us and extract all the goals and extract all the resources and go and melt them their way and bring us a sense of aid, 1% of whatever they are getting from what they are doing there, man.
It's interesting that you said Americans and from the West and stuff, because correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't Barack Obama have a hand in colonizing Libya?
Man, that's a
I'm
so.
not an Obama fan. I'm not an Obama fan.
Alright,
Go.
alright, we are on. We are on then. We
We
are
are
on.
on. Bring it on.
We
Bring
are
it on.
on.
Tell these that man. Tell these hypnotized Negroes about Barack Hussein Obama. Go. I'm gonna be quiet. Go.
I let me just take it from the top. Let me take it from Reckon. You know, because the brother Muammar Gaddafi, the then president of Libya, from the first go, he was against all these kind of influences from the West, paying some kind of loans, paying some kind of uh, resources that they kind of say that we found these resources, so you need to pay us that some kind of money. That is still going on actually in countries like Guinea, countries like Kenya, countries like Congo, countries even in Zambia, just next door. So Muammar Gaddafi say, okay, this is no more. As soon as I get in 1969, 1970, say Italians find your way home, Americans find your way home, everyone finds their way home. So what he did that made him to become the enemy of the West. He was funding all these groups, the groups like your Black Panther, like your Nation of Islam. He was funding all those groups from his statesman, because Libya became a very, very, very rich country, because when he took power, he nationalized all forms of petroleums, because there's too much oil in Libya and petroleum. The British petroleum was founded there, and then he chased them away and took over all that kind of stuff. So they were very wealthy. So he was funding all those groups there in America. So the West saw that this guy is becoming a threat. In 1968, I reckon, sent airstrikes to his compound, actually. So at that time, he missed. He couldn't get, he didn't get him. He killed his daughter, his youngest daughter, but he missed him. And then he was vigilant. He was staying all over, because this is a desert. You can stay everywhere. No one can really locate you. There's no addresses. There's nothing. So he was vigilant for so many years. So in 2011, 2009, they appoint him as an AU a commissioner, like African Union Commission. At that time, he made sure that the sense of United States of Africa is moving on. That was a threat, because if we can unite and realize that as Africans, we have this so much power in army, so much power in resources, then we don't need anything from the West. We can pay off their bills even in 1 year. All the countries, we can pay them in 1 year. We will be sorted out. And they saw that this is a threat, because the Western region, which consists of Nigeria, Mali, Sierra Leone, Libya, and all those countries, they already formed their union. They already used one current, which is ECOWAS. They, they saw that this thing is going on. So they plotted. Obama was the one who was in charge at that time, 2010, 2011. They plotted against him. As soon after that, the rebels crept in from the province there in Libya. The rebels dropped in, and as soon as the rebels started, they didn't even have 3 months, they didn't even have nothing, there's no power, nothing from the rebels. They were founded. They were assisted by NATO. Who's NATO? NATO is the army force that is controlled by America and the European countries, which is if everyone can search it, you will find out what is NATO. NATO was there in 3 months after the rebels started to to, 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 to make actions. So at that time, airstrikes were going all over Libya. They were destroying Libya. If you can find the pictures of Libya today, Libya is in ashes. And then what they did, it took them 6 months to get to him, because he was fighting those rebels. But with the power of NATO, he couldn't fight them, because they opposed sanctions to him. They opposed sanctions. The international criminal law, criminal court poses sanctions and warrant of arrest in June and in 2011 for Muammar Gaddafi. At that time, no president was trying to save him. Africa had African Union, but no one from Africa, not even one country, was defending him from those rebels, from those terrorists, from those criminals. You ask me why? Because they were scared of the West and Europe. And
You
then
know,
they finally get to him on October. They killed him like a dog, and then now Libya is in ashes. There's nothing going on. There's war after war. There's rebel against Gaddafi's people, and then rebels. They are fighting. NATO is still there up until today.
so dang. You know, I remember hearing the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan say that Gaddafi was like a brother to him, and you say that he funded the Nation of Islam, so that would be why.
Yes.
Here in America, I'm not going to spend that much time on Obama, but here in America, the man is worshipped. We love Obama. You know what I'm saying? We worship that man like he's like the second coming of Jesus. If you say anything, if you are black and you say anything bad about Obama, you're ostracized. No.
You are cancelled.
You're cussed out. You're ostracized. You're vilified. You're vilified. And I'm like, do y'all do y'all homework on this man? This man is not the saint that you think he is. He just looks cool.
Yeah.
Soft haircut.
Yeah, he's a
Beautiful
cool ass
wife.
brother. Yeah, I like his swag. He got a swag for days. Yeah, he's got a swag for days, but behind that swag, man, there's a lot going on over there because the yeah, the Arabs in Iraq and in Iran, they will tell you what Obama did to them.
Mm.
Man.
So so tell me this. Tell me this. On a much lighter note, as we transition to a more lighter note,
Mm.
I've actually had the privilege, the blessing of coming in contact with refugee kids from Congo, from Tanzania, from Uganda, from the Central African Republic this past summer, and one thing that I was trying to teach. These are the main things that I was trying to teach them. Right, I taught them number one, y'all from Africa, I'm from North Carolina, but we're all one.
Yeah.
Number two, where you're from, you're African, but here you're viewed as black. They told me that they were not called black until they hit American soil.
Yeah.
Number three, how can you matriculate? How can you make it into American society? And I had some speakers come through and give them some game.
Mm.
So, and also number one, like the first project that I had them do was a flag project. I wanted them to draw flags of their home countries because I don't want them to assimilate for no one.
That's what's up.
So if you coming from the beautiful city that I will visit one day, Cape Town, South Africa.
Cape Town, South Africa. Yeah.
If you were to see any kids moving here into America as a refugee, what advice would you give them?
Yo, my man, I'll make sure that I tell the kids that it's better for you to die here in Africa than for you to go and die in America. Because we've seen what happened to black men in America for far more times and 5 years ahead. So it's been happening for over 30 years now that black people are just dying like ants and nothing is happening. So I would tell those beautiful kids from Cape Town, South Africa, that it's either you stay here and die with dignity and going than going to America chasing American dream and then die like ants in there. Because the fact of the matter is, as soon as Africans we realize the power we have, no African should be anywhere other than in Africa. As soon as we realize the resources we have, no African should even want to leave Africa. But we get to get rid of the dictators, the people who cannot govern, the people who doesn't know what power is, the people who cannot handle the power. As soon as we get rid of those, Africa is beautiful, man. This is the place to be. Africa is wealthy. Africa is beautiful. Africa is it breathes life to you. We got a very deep history. And I know my my forefathers up to the 10th one. Can you believe that? I can name them right now for you up to the 10th one. I know where they were buried up to the 7th one, because the eighth generation moved from another village, which is like I'd say 60 miles to my village and come and conquer there. So I got I can point you to the burial site of up to 8 generations. My forefathers, they are laying there. We know this one was doing this one was doing that. Africa is rich with culture, is rich with heart, with history, is rich with traditional medicine. So you cannot want to leave Africa. You rather want to stay and change the situation here and hope for the better and die trying.
Mm. Dang, you just hit me with a shoe. You just dropped the load on me right there, man. And I've been in America my entire life. Obviously, I've been in America my entire life. All I know is America, but I struggle. I don't even pledge allegiance to that flag. I'm gonna show you the flag that I pledge allegiance to. Let me show you the flag that I pledge allegiance to.
Let me see. Let us see the flag, man. There's the flag. That's the flag. Red, black, and green with the power. That's the flag.
Yes, see, that's the flag that I pledge allegiance to. That them stars and stripes, man. There's so much blood on that daggone flag, and that's what I think. That's what I think. That's why I believe that Pan Africanism here in America is. It's us picking up the pieces of our existence, which has been which has had slavery, Jim Crow, and
Human
police
rights.
genocide and mass incarceration written all over it, right? That's
Yeah.
us picking up the pieces and saying, "Yo, we descend from kings. Africa's a kingdom." Well, there's a large number of us in these different areas, right? The kingdoms. It's like the Lupe Fiasco song with Damian Marley,
Mm.
Kingdom. He's saying something Boston, no, something's a kingdom, Kings is a kingdom, South Central's a kingdom, Atlanta's a kingdom. I say Winston-Salem's a kingdom, all of that.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, once we realize that we're kings and queens and carry ourselves as such, that lines up with how our ancestors carried themselves prior to us being kidnapped, brought in the Middle Passage, and subjected to slavery and basically a Holocaust. Once we line ourselves up with that and stuff, that's how we carry ourselves until we either go back to hit Africa back up, or bring Africa to where we're at.
That's
Make
what's
sense?
up. It makes sense. That's what's
And
up.
and to me, what that looks like I said, I'm an advocate. I'm I'm telling the black kids, yo, be nice to each other. Read more. Say yes sir, yes ma'am to your teachers, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm writing these stories and stuff. I'm not like boosting myself, but I believe that we all play a part in. I believe we all play a part for the culture. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. And the best way to play a part, I like the fact that you are encouraging them to read. It's very vital and it's very important for the kids today to get to know their culture, to get to know their history, to get to know what makes them great, you know. Because if you can understand the Haiti Revolution, you will understand that what happened there in Haiti, it was the means of African
Woo!
spirituality. You see, it was the
I'm
means
doing
of,
that. I'm doing this because the Haitian Revolution,
yeah, man.
man,
Yeah, man. You saw
killed their oppressors, man. They
what
said we
happened.
sick. They said we sick of this. Pop, 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 pop.
That's what's up, my man. So, uh, what really played a pivotal part in Haitian revolution? It was the knowledge of themselves, the knowledge of African spirituality, because most of those battles were fought quietly. They were using what you call voodoo now in your America, what I call herbs. They would sprinkle some in the food of the white people, which I call them pale people because white is another color and their color is not white. I call them pale people. So they would sprinkle some mochi there and they would go to sleep for days, but they wouldn't kill them. They would go sleep for days and then the soldiers would go and just do what as they wish. So this is the knowledge of what? Self. This is self knowledge, African identity, knowing your worth, knowing your power, knowing your African spirituality, and not following the bogus Jesus, the bogus God, which will never come and save you.
Okay, so now we've hit a point where we may have a little bit of a disagreement between us, but I believe in disagreeing without being disagreeable.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool, man. No hate.
I believe no. This is what I'm getting at. I believe in hell. I believe if you view things differently from me, I'm gonna listen and stuff because I might learn something, or you might learn something.
Oh,
Somebody's gonna learn something, right?
yeah, yeah,
So, so I said. Now I brought this up when I was talking with when I on the episode where I was talking with a couple of brothers who are
mm,
from Shelby, like I am, but they ascribe to African spirituality.
great.
They were Christians, but they left Christians because they had a lot of questions and they were not getting any answers. Um, I say a lot. Please excuse me.
It's
When
okay, man.
when there are people who say that Christianity first popped off in Africa. But before we go there, what is your view? You just said a little bit of it, but what is your view on Christianity? When you see when you see when you see us going, oh praise Jesus, and all that,
Do you see
when
how
you
I
see
laugh?
this,
Yeah, yeah,
when you
man.
see this,
That's
I read
beautiful.
script, I read some. I read some scripture before you came on. When you see this, tell me. I can take it. What is your view? What do you think? What's your mindset?
My man, if you see my cracking, my laugh
Be real, brother. I don't care.
when I saw that Bible, my man, there's it's not even discrepancies when it comes to Bible. It's just pure fairy tale for us as Africans, because uh, a Bible for us is a symbol of hope. So if you give us hope, but you don't give us skills to make us rich, and you're telling us that Jesus is a white person on the cross, so you're giving us you as a pale person, the version of you as a savior of Africans, and then you make devil to be this a creature who is like a gorilla, who is like a black African angry man, and then you tell us that this is devil. Don't ever believe in this one. This one is gonna destroy you. You must have faith in this pale person who's on the cross. That is where we grow the line, because if you bring us the Bible, by but for us you hide the technology books, you hide the engineering books, you hide the African historic books, but you want us to believe that this Bible is gonna one day save us and take us. 140,000 of us will go to heaven. That's some pure bullshit to me, man.
You know, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm learning African spirituality. I'm learning because when someone asks me what my beliefs are, and I've decided. See, I'll be 35. I'll be 35 on Tuesday.
I'm close
Tuesday's
there. I'm close there.
Yeah. So I've decided I'm not going to be telling. I'm not going to be explaining my political views nor my beliefs to
Religion.
anybody.
Yes.
It ain't nobody's business. I'll share with it if I want to. So but I'm sharing with you because we're being transparent here.
Cool.
I believe that I am more so where Christianity and African spirituality intersect. Um, I look at Jesus, Yeshua. I look at the individual, and I'm like, yo, this man lived a life that I could aspire to live. Mine's the part that he was celibate. I'm sorry. You know, black women split their legs wide open and stuff. You walking into heaven. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, man. But anyway,
That's what's up, my man. That's what's up. Yeah.
my point is, other than that, when it comes to doing for the poor, when it comes to helping the poor, when it comes to loving the unlovable, all of that, Jesus was a dope individual.
Yeah.
Not white. He wasn't white. He was just as black as me and you. But did he actually exist? The Bible says it does. The science say he did. I haven't looked it up. African spirituality, however, well, check me out. If I was to walk into my church and say, hey, y'all, guess what? I am a god. Man, they'll look at me cross-eyed, be like, and be like, blasphemer! But it's in the script. It's in scripture. It says in Psalm 82:6, I say you are gods, you are children of the Most High.
Yes.
Genesis 1:27, you are made in the image of God. When you are made in someone's image, you're gonna look at them and you're gonna see what you are. I mean, you're gonna look at your reflection and see an image. If I'm made in the image of God, then I have God-like capabilities. I can speak things into existence. It says so in John, I think it's 10:34. Doesn't your holy book say that you are gods? When you get past all the colonialism and whatnot that is attached to how the Bible has been presented, mostly, especially the King James version, you would
Amen.
know. So what?
No, I'm saying amen.
When you, I say,
Oh,
when, but when you get down to, all of that, what the Bible was originally written for, which Anthony Browder says that it is basically a European translation of old African tales. Um, and I can understand that. Have I read all of that? Do I have a wealth of knowledge according of all that? No. I just know what I heard, and I'm just flowing with the spirit. You know what I'm saying? And the spirit is saying, to me, you are a God. A great sacrifice is made. A great sacrifice is made for you. Learn more about yourself. Everybody ain't gotta know about it though. Everybody ain't gotta know about your process.
all right.
So
All right, all right. So
and
on that point of Christianity, you know,
and mind you,
Christianity
I'm not right. And mind you, just let you know, I'm
actually
not out here saying I'm not over here. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
actually the events of Christianity cannot be traced in any way in the history of civilizations, but the history of Africans and the history of Romans just intertwined between that time, but there's no way that is tracing Jesus, Joshua, Abraham's, Isaac, and even uh, all these guys that are stated in the Bible. There's nowhere in the history that is stating that Jesus was at Rome around this time, 33 BC, where he died. There's nothing like that that says in the history, but there is so many things in the history that will tell you what happened in Rome, that happened in Egypt, that happened in India, just even in the thousand before Christ. So this is where now you need to make uh, 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 the acceptance of this knowledge of Jesus Christ as a myth, because there's no existence in history. There's no records other than the Bible. No records at all. But there are records of Mansa Musa. There are records of the great Cannibal Barker, even during the Jesus times. He was invading Rome. He was invading Portugal. He was invading Spain during that time. But there's no existence in the history of Jesus. So you tell me, the Bible and the Harry Potter books, what's the difference?
This man just said, "What is the difference between the Bible and Harry Potter? Are you serious?"
But man, this is a fairy tale. But you know, I got some gospel tracks on my. Have you listened to my album on Spotify or iTunes?
Go ahead, tell me about. Go ahead, tell me about your. Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead, plug your album, man.
All right, I got this album called Salvation. This is some sort of an EP. It's got 8 tracks. I got 3 tracks there that are dedicated to the gospel, but they are switching when it comes to the knowledge, because I got a track that called Ndiyambonga uThixo umdali ngokundifela kwakhe. That's Xhosa word, means I thank God, the creator, and Jesus for dying for me. That's the chorus. But when it comes to the rhymes, I deliver knowledge. I deliver the sense of ownership, the sense of responsibility, because I just want to get hold of those people who are still inclined to the Bible, those people who are still inclined to the works of so-called Jesus. I want to bring him along, but I want to deliver the straight, narrow message to them that you, as a person, you need to be responsible. You need to be passionate. You need to have plans. You need to have strategies, and you need to have the structure for you and your plan to go forward. That's what I teach them on that song. But the chorus is catching all the gospel people, all the Jesus is coming to save us. We don't need to do anything. We're gonna wait for Jesus to buy me a car. Because those kind of people here, we're building more churches than industrial areas here. So I got 3 of those tracks on my album. I use the fairy tale as well to come and to get the attention of those people, because the fairy tale does it. If I don't believe to it, doesn't mean I cannot use it. I can still use Harry Potter even if I don't believe that what is doing there it's a really happening. I can use GI Joe. I can use Da Vinci Code books to lure the people on that universe of GI Joe, but doesn't mean I believe it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I come across atheists like my cousin's an atheist. I come across people who don't believe what I believe. I just know at the end, I just say at the end of the day, I'm not one of these people out here forcing my beliefs on anybody. I could just think about myself and the idea of God coming down in human form and dying for all the stupid things that I do. You know what I'm saying? That motivates me. That I know it's
Wonderful,
funny to you. It's funny. It's funny to you. It's funny to atheists. It's funny to anyone who doesn't believe.
wonderful.
But the idea, and if nothing else, yo, I've been through so many things in my 35 years on this earth. I mean, 34. I ain't 35 yet, but 34. In my 34 years on this earth, I've been through so much crap. I almost died. I've been homeless. I've been lost
Wow.
in New York City. You ever been in New York City?
I
Have you been
haven't
in New
been
York City?
anywhere. I haven't been anywhere. I don't have desires to go to America. I don't want to be killed by the cops, man. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be
We're gonna
there.
talk about that in a minute. We're gonna talk about that in a minute.
All right.
But but I'm gonna say this, and let's wrap up the
The
religious
religion.
talk.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, but anyway, I could just say that through all that I've been through, I've almost been killed, almost been homeless, been depressed, suicidal, and all that good stuff. And I would say that it was a combination between gaining knowledge of myself and some scriptures that I've read and praying to God and whatnot, praying to the praying to the Most High has helped me. That has got me where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? I dropped out of high school when I was 18 years old. Now I'm a daggone teacher.
All right.
I was shy when I was a kid, like shy, bashful, awkward, all of that. Now I'm an actor. If you would have told me that I'd be standing in front of people doing stuff when I was a kid, I would have been so scared I probably would cry. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I know that those and everything else that I've accomplished in this life, I just give all glory to God. You know what I'm saying? And I would just say to anybody who has any different beliefs, I respect all beliefs and stuff. What works for you, works for you. What works for me, works for me. However, I do wish to study and become and learn more about about African spirituality. And will I ever ditch Christianity and go African spirituality? I don't know. Will I ever look at anyone who's African spiritual and say you're tripping? Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I don't think so. That's just not in me to do. So I got love for everybody, man.
All right. Okay, um just before we leave that conversation of religion, I just wanna allude to this point. Religion gives people sense of direction. Religion, Christianity, most of all, gives people sense of faith and hope if it applied in the right way. It can save someone from killing himself. It can save someone for hating an innocent person. It can save someone for raping an innocent girl if it applied right. There are some parts of the fairy tale of a holy Bible that I would even enforce to my children, because it's not all bad. Somewhere, somehow, it is good. It can bring you that kind of sense of belonging to the church, to the group, and that sense of hope and faith. So, in a way, it's not all that bad, but for the fact that it's rigged, it's been distorted, and it it gave our people nothing but hope, and our children, we see them going into being pastors at the age of 12, while Chinese boys going into engineering, going into microscope, learning technology. We see Europeans going into engineering, but our boys were teaching them how to preach the gospel, and we make that acceptable. I got a, I got some kind of a problem right there.
I got a problem with that. See, oh my God, we gotta wrap this subject up. But yo,
Yeah.
let me just say this. I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like Jesus was walking into the temple at the age of 12, and I know you're probably thinking, well, yeah. The Bible talks about his birth. Um, don't say nothing else until probably the age of 12 he wanted to be taught, and then we done until he's 30, and so whatever. But anyway, Jesus was sitting back being taught at the age of 12, right?
Yes.
If you're 12 years old, you need to be daggone 12 years old. I ain't listening to
Okay.
no daggone teaching you.
Before we go forward, where was Jesus sent to? Wasn't he sent to Africa to go and learn in Egypt?
Yeah,
There he was.
yeah.
So if you know that story of the when the I don't know how to call it in English, but those people that were sent to to Jerusalem,
Missionaries,
to Jerusalem,
missionaries.
yes, yeah, missionaries. They were sent with what we called here in Africa, impepo,
But what? Say it again.
impepo.
Right.
That is a cleansing, some kind of a herb that cleanses and clean wherever you are. Even I can smoke it here, it cleans the room, it gets rid of all the
Sage, you talking about Sage?
sage. Yes, that's the one. He was sent with that and the gold. And I don't know what the other one is. There was three, but we call it intlaka emhlope. That one is the one that if you eat it, you can eat it and eat again in the next 2 days. Give you strength. That was given to him for him to be managed to travel from Jerusalem to Egypt. But at that time that he was born, according to the book of Enoch. You know the book of Enoch, right?
The Book of Enoch is not even in the Bible, but I'm pretty sure it's in the Apocryphy.
You must check that one. That's what I read, and that is what is recommended is the true story of what happened to the Bible. So according to that, according to everyone's knowledge, Middle East and Africa was one until 100 years ago. Do you know that, right? But
Absolutely, man.
it
Absolutely.
was all Africa. They divided. They brought those machines and spread that sea. Now
There's a
it's
reason why there's such a high. There's a reason why there is a high amount of Africans who come here. They're from Sudan. They're from Egypt,
yes,
countries like that, and they speak Arabic because Africans were the original Arabs. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
Jesus
obviously.
was along that line of people. Jesus was black.
So Jesus was from Africa, which was in Jerusalem, in Israel, right?
The
Israel,
original Israel.
yeah, Israel was part of Africa at that time. So the distortion of the Bible now, it's what makes me not to believe in whatever. I don't say that the story of Bible is totally, utterly false, but the way that is portrayed to us now, I got questions in there. And that's what make me not to
Okay, so
believe in it.
the way that it has been portrayed to us when we were kidnapped and brought here, the way it was portrayed to us like this: nigga, if you best do what your master say, or God gonna come down and beat you down, and you gonna burn in hell. And they had a beat that into us, raping into us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I know what went down. And that's the perfect segue into the next subject. Any African with any common sense after hearing that, knowing that took place 500 plus years ago, no 400 plus years ago. Heck, it was a long time ago, and that same brother, the same hatred for our people still takes place to this very day. So who would want to come here? Land of the free, home of the brave. Yo, they talk about slavery is over, right? No, the heck it ain't. 13th Amendment.
Not at all. Not at all.
13th
You know,
Amendment.
when we talk about slavery of these days, we're talking about now we will talk about the mass carcerations. Now we'll talk about uh, the depopulations of Africans. Now we'll talk about the the identity of Africans that is being stripped away from Africans there in America, and the absence of a black man in the house, the absence of a father in all the houses in the projects, in all the houses in the ghettos. That's some kind of slavery, that one right there, because
Brother,
they
how much American stuff are you studying? Dad gone. You know too much.
my man, I'm talking about what I know, what I read and what I see. When I'm talking about the absence of fathers in the ghettos, the absence of fathers in the projects. This is what is leading us as Africans to where we are now, where every girl, every guy is interchanging the sexual relationship. Now we got those we call homophobics. Now we got those we called gays and all that kind of stuff, because there's absence of the structure of a black man in the house. Why was not happening 200 years ago? Why there was no homophobics 300 years ago? Because there was proper structure in the houses, in the homes actually, because where you have a wife and the husband and the kids, that's a home. There was proper structure then. There was no homophobic. Now, all most and the majority of the black men in the ghettos, in the project, they are in jail. Now, kids, a black boy is being raised by mother, aunts, and all that, is being nurtured, is being given that softiness. Now he see himself as soft, as he see himself as vulnerable in a way that he thinks he's a girl. I got nothing against people who are actually biologically born with that kind of situation, but it is happening systematically in the black homes. This is what we need to get to the bottom of. As soon as we stop the mass incarceration of black men and we allow black men and the black women to raise children in the proper structure, we will shy away from those kind of things.
Um, I'm not disagreeing with you, man. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you. Like I'll say when it comes to homosexuality, I'm not going to talk too much about that because I'm not gay. You're not gay. And they line homosexuality up with black issues way too much. So I'm not going to do that. I was going to say, yo, who you sleep with, that's who you sleep with. I don't care. Again, I've, you know, I've split black women open and went inside and had a heavenly experience. So there you go. Um,
That's what's
um,
power to you, my man.
yes. So, Lord Jesus. Excuse me. So my point is though, the presence of a father in the home, it does balance things out and does add more structure. I am not going to lie to you. My dad was not in the home when I was growing up.
Yeah, you
I
said that.
saw him.
You said
So
that.
what?
Yeah. I'm saying that you said that you were once an orphan and all that kind of stuff. So that means that you didn't have a father to give you all the kind of values. Yeah, man.
If anything, my dad made me feel bad about myself. Whenever I would see him, he would either talk junk or I would tell him that I hated him. So, but if I had, but a man by the name of Calvin Wingo, who was a deacon in the church, still is. Um, he stepped up, became kind of like a big brother slash father figure to me when I was in my early 20s. He showed me the game. I have no doubt in my life that I have no doubt in my mind that I would not have grown to be the man that I am today had he not come through for the short time they did and did damage control. I love that man very much.
Yeah.
Um,
Appreciate
and
that.
and through the parameters of the educational system, while I'm at work and stuff, that's why I try to be to young black boys. You know what I'm saying? Like there's this one black boy, right? Boy's wild. You know, he's I want wild's not a good word. Um, energetic. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
energetic.
Yeah, you're cool, but you just got that kind of energy. Yeah.
So my boss, who was a white woman, Caucasian woman, you say pale, I'm gonna say Caucasian. A Caucasian woman, older, probably 50s, 60s, I don't know, had trouble getting him to sit down. She told him to sit down. And I'm like, he's not a bad kid, it's just he's a kid.
You got
Kids have
energy.
energy, especially boys. I don't care what color boy, black, white, Hispanic, Native American. Boys have a lot of energy. Boys have testosterone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
they
when they're
do.
younger, they're trying to control it. But guess what? I'm come. I come in. I come in, and I'm like, okay, okay. The boy. Okay. It's something about when a boy is in the presence of a man that helps. That helps them calm down a little bit. That gives them a little bit more respect, right?
Obvious.
So one day I sat down, took his arm, sat him down. He kept trying to give me a let go. And I was like, man, you need a hug. Come on, I'll bring it. Come on. And that just drained all his energy out and stuff. He was just quiet.
Yeah, wonderful.
Now I won't do that a lot, but I'm like, you know, it take you have to have a certain degree of patience. Now my boss got mad and frustrated and kicked him out of the class, which that pissed me off. But
That was not
he
good.
did. So what?
I'm just saying that was not good. You shouldn't kick him out of the
Now,
class. Yeah.
now she did mention how I'm not going to be there anymore because I'm leaving the job. I'm leaving the job to go to a higher paying job.
All right.
But still,
That's what's up.
you know, this happens to black boys here in America all the time. If the teacher has trouble controlling them and stuff, special ed, put
Hmm.
crack in them.
Ah, wow.
Now, crack meaning Ritalin,
Hmm.
drug them up, right?
Yeah.
Put, put them in juvie hall. This is stuff that happens. So,
What a juvie hall is.
so what?
What a juvie hall is.
Oh, I said juvie hall. I mean juvenile hall,
Yeah.
meaning prison for kids.
Where in the institution where you are working at, or maybe
No,
a juvenile center where they will get arrested.
I'm saying that when a kid here in America
Oh
is a
yeah.
part,
I'm trying to
especially a
understand
black
that.
kid,
Yeah.
is part of that school to prison pipeline.
Mm.
Along that pipeline, according to the system, they're going to hit juvenile hall on the way to prison.
Yeah. All right. All right. Now I understand what you're saying.
So, so it's kind of like when you say, "No, I want to get America. I don't want to go to America. I want to get killed." I can understand that because I've been approached by police officers.
What happened
I'm,
then?
so
What 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 was the situation? What was your experience with being pulled out?
well, you're going to laugh about this, given our lengthy discussion on religion. Two
Nah.
times a cop, two times that a
Okay.
cop approached me was at church.
All right.
Yeah, once because I was just sitting in front of the church, and the other time because I had a book bag and the cop wanted to search my book bag, but I was showing up didn't let him. Once I was just walking, once I was just walking up the street from my apartment. I was minding my own business. Cop pulled me over. Once when I was 12 years old, cop approached me, my cousin, and my cousin's girlfriend, saying that I fit the description of a suspect when I was 12.
Wow. Do you see
when
what
I
I
was
mean?
12.
Now you see what I mean?
Here's my most recent one. This one's back in 2017. I was shooting a film, right? I was supposed to be filming. The director failed to tell the police that there would be use of a BB gun in the film. So he failed to tell them. He just put a sign on the door saying that a robbery's not really taking place. Wouldn't nobody be able to see it.
Hmm.
So me, I'm an actor. When I'm acting, I'm into it. I'm like, where's mother? All that good stuff. So
That's what's up. That's what's
I
up.
was doing that. I was doing that. Look out the window. About 5, 6 police cars rushing up, guns out.
Yeah.
It was like they were about to catch Bin Laden or something. Next thing I know, I'm on the ground being frisked. I don't remember whether or not I was handcuffed. No, I wasn't handcuffed. But they were frisking me, and I was complying to every single thing they said. Because I know that one word, one wrong move, one wrong word, exactly. And some situations don't even take that much. Like that's what happened with the brother Jacob Blake.
Yeah. Nothing.
All the dude did was break up a freaking fight. Next thing you know, boom, pop, 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 pop. Because he was walking away from the police officers.
Yo, my man, how have you been able, like, I don't know if I would be able, like, to even leave the house, like, to even, like, get into the car and travel across state, like, from North Carolina, where you are, like, to New York or to New Orleans or that kind of stuff. I don't even think I would be doing that in that kind of situation like you are in, where anything can happen. Like, without doing nothing, you can be killed. How are you? What is your anxiety? Like, what is your sense of, psychologically thinking when it comes to these things? Like, when you are going out, when you are driving.
Okay, so it says so in the incredible book that you compare to Harry Potter. It says, um, that was a joke. Um,
I do.
it
Actually, I
says,
do. It's not a. I do compare it to Gary Board.
but it does say in there, here's one of the jewels. For the Lord did not give you a spirit of fear and timidity, but a power, love, and a sound mind. Our ancestors would not. God doesn't want me living in fear. Our ancestors don't want me living in fear. I do not have fear in me. Do I have anxiety? Yes, I have anxiety. Yo, just the other day, I was at a bus lot. A cop pulled up, got out of her car, was just standing there. Just her presence, man, was making me feel some type of way.
Obvious.
I don't like cops. Period. Yes, I know that there are good cops out there. There are great cops out there who do their job and whatever and stuff, right? But I'm sorry. The bad cops who are killing my people, making us drop like flies, have given cops a bad rap. Plus, you gotta look at where cops originated. Slave catchers, right? So when I go out and I live life, I see a cop car, I get nervous. I get as far away from them as I possibly can. But I cannot live in fear. If I live in fear, if I live in fear, then that's going to completely alleviate any blessing that God has waiting for me because I'm too scared to go get it. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask this one. This other question. When you heard about the death of George Floyd, where were you? What were you doing? And once you heard it, who were you with, and what was the situation around the people you were with at that time? What was the feeling? What was the atmosphere in the room or wherever you were?
I think I was in my apartment, man. I was in my apartment getting ready to go to work when I found out about George Floyd. And when all the protests were taking place, I was over at my mom's. She lives in Gaffney, South Carolina. So and so And so the sad thing about that was I was at my mom's. You know, my
Mm.
mom has been the one constant in my life since the day I was born. And I shudder to think of her. I shudder to think of her being worried about me. I mean, she's a mother. I mean, yeah, I'm about to turn 35, but she still worries about me. I'm sure
Yeah,
of it.
you are still his baby. You are still her
I am a
baby.
black. I am not only am I her baby, but I'm a black man in these crazy streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like it's like if the badges ain't gonna do me in, the ones who look like me, same thing. It's a
That's the
war zone over here, man.
Yeah, man, this is the other kind of a reason why I feel some type of way with being in America because it's really, really not safe. I had some people around there I've been in talks with. Even I had my cousin who was staying in Florida for I think for like 3 years. He was there. He just came back now because of this Corona thing. He was telling me the kind of way that he was being treated by the foundational black people in America. They kind of thought that because he's from Africa, he's looking down at them. He's he think he's better than them. So I was kind of shocked. I was like, "What? What are you telling me?" And he was like,
Let me tell you
"There's,"
something that I heard.
and
Let me tell you something that I heard.
he was like, "There's this thing now that is going on between foundational black people in America and the black African who are there now, just came from Africa for jobs and stuff. That there's this kind of vibe that is going on, looking down at each other, trying to intimidate each other and stuff." I was like, what the heck, man? What are you telling me? Because I thought when you get there, when you see a black person, like you see your brother, what? And you are saying that it happened to him over and over again.
Let me
So
tell you this, man.
I really meant to ask you about this thing, man, because I feel like this is the type of thing that we need to talk about because we are in the same situation. I treat you as my brother, you treat me as your brother. So if I got there, just I may be visiting you. I don't want to be subjected in that kind of situation.
Let me tell you this, man. And I think that this is more important than anything else that we've already talked about, right? I have two kids. There's two kids who are in my class, right? Two boys, I think, from Tanzania, and black kids, neighborhood kids, threw rocks at them because they're from Africa. There's this thing I've heard of, and I'm pretty sure it's true. Native Africans don't even like us Africans who are in America. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why, because we have subjected ourselves very much to Western culture. So so that's why I rock with Pan Africanism, because Pan Africanism says to me, it gives me this mindset. You are from, yes, I'm from Shelby, North Carolina. You're from Cape Town, South Africa. I come there, I'm hoping that you will help me matriculate to the society. You treat me like a brother. You be like, yo, check out this brother. He from North Carolina. He from America, but still, he's our brother. You come here, same thing. Check out this brother from South Africa. He's our brother. Now, I know a couple of Africans. I know a brother from Nigeria. I know two brothers from Nigeria. A brother from Liberia. They came here. They've been living golden. Yet, there's others who just struggle because we castigate a whole bunch of hate upon them. which is a crime. You know what I'm saying? It's a crime. That comes from lack. That comes from lack of knowledge of self. That comes from an enslaved Western mind.
Yeah, man.
So,
This is the same thing that is happening actually even in here in Africa, because we are experiencing the same thing where you get uh, Nigerian embassy being burned down, and they are chasing away Nigerians from Ghana. It just happened now during March. They were chased away, and there were talks that Nigerians uh, are, are thieves and all the kind of things, are transporting drugs and all that, which is true. They are. But that doesn't mean that they should chase them away. They should arrest those criminals and leave those who are working and doing good by the justice and the laws of that certain country. So it's also happening amongst us here in Africa. So before we deal with it in America, we need to deal with that here in Africa. The first thing I told you before we start talking, we start engaging in conversation, it was that pale people came here and broke us and take away the sense of uh, Africanism, the sense of unity, the sense of humanity from us. Now every man is a man from himself. I did tell you that right in the beginning. So this is what is happening even there in America. Everyone is living by that philosophy. Every man is the man from himself. But that is not happening from the Jews. That is not happening from the Chinese. That is not happening from the Indians. It's only happening to us as Africans. Why is that happening? Is because we are allowing it to happen. That is the
and
problem.
why were we the ones? And why were we the ones who had to be broken like that? I tell you why. Because we're the original people. We're the chosen people.
Obviously, obviously, if you say,
According to the Bible, we're the chosen people.
let's go, let's
According
go,
to, the,
let's go to the Bible. Let's go.
I
All
mean, the
right.
Bible does say,
According to the history, according to the history, Africans were the first people, and it is still documented that black people trust Europe and established Greece as the first inhabitant. So when they got to Greece, um, that's where they develop all the kind of systems, knowledge. That's why you see Greece is always amongst the the first inventions of even language, even mathematics, even not technology, even science. Greece, because that's where Africans mostly settled in and established themselves and created some kind of a community. Then they spread out to the countries like Italy, where there's Rome, Spain, where there's what is this Sevilla and Valencia, where there was most African kings. There are still mentions of African kings even there. There are still bars that are named by kinds of black boy, the African kings who were there in Italy. So it's not a mystery that we're the first people who were born and then we go and explore. So in that note, do you believe that pale people are our brothers?
man, how the heck you gonna put me on the spot like that? Um, I was just gonna point out. I was gonna point out. You've heard of the goddess Isis, right?
Yes.
Isis is her colonized name. Her name was something else. Now, Do I believe that pale people, not pale people, white people, Caucasians are our brothers? Hebrew Israelites. Are you familiar with Hebrew Israelites?
Not really.
Okay, Hebrew Israelites. They're kind of like they heck, I don't know what they are. They're not Christians, but they know the Bible very well.
I know them. I know them. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so they will say that white people are children of the devil. I don't agree with that at all. I don't. Um, do I think that there are brothers? Do I think that there are brothers in the struggle? Do I think that there are brothers in regards of Africanity and stuff?
No, 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 no. Let me stop right you there, because before you get yourself in a complicated situation,
Yeah,
let's let away what we know right now. Let's let away what has happened in the past 400 years to 500 years. Let's let away what happened in Egypt in the past 2000 years. Let's just talk about humanity. Humanity, just humanity according to what we know, to what we tell ourselves as Africans, because we tell ourselves as Africans that we are the first beings. So if we are the first beings, which means Europeans migrated from here in Africa, which means Chinese migrated from here in Africa, which means Indians migrated here from Africa. So in a way, those are our brothers.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. All the way from me to you, all the way from I'll say from you to me to Opie or all of my white friends. All of us have root. All of us
To the
have roots.
whitest to the whitest man in America, which is Donald Trump, is our brother.
I was just about to say Donald Trump, but yeah,
So now when we come to that conclusion, now if we can all, including white people, come to the same conclusion, that eliminates the racism, that eliminate the white supremacist, that eliminate uh, the influence of the West to Africa. Because now, if we can all come to that conclusion, we would want to make Africa great, because we will know that all of us belongs to that same Africa. Do you agree?
makes all the sense in the world, man. That makes sense. But just the thing. But the thing is, all of us melanated Africans, we were if we were to just come together and produce, if we were to just come together and produce power, that would be a threat to the dominant society.
That would be massive, man. The thing is, between us as Africans, the situation right now is the lack of unity, the lack of trust among each other as Africans. Because if I see a brother from Nigeria, immediately I know that brother is a drug dealer. And 89 out of 2 or out of 11, I'm sure I would be right, because most of those brothers would be doing that. They will be drug dealers. But at the same point, I would see another brother from Nigeria, but that brother is not in any of that kind of stuff. I know even here in South Africa, there are too much brothers from Nigeria that I know I interact with, that are doing a real business, a real work. The one is my sole mechanic. All my cars, I take them to him. He makes sure that my cars are going good. He employed 5 South Africans there in his yard. He gave them work. They are getting food for their families because of him. So this is the brother that I am very close with. He understands my car, understands my cars, he understands me, he understands what I want from my car. But at the same time, there are other brothers that are busy dealing drugs, human trafficking, pornography, and all these things, who are also from Nigeria. So we need to separate criminality from Africanity.
Oh yeah, man. If you up in here, if you over here building the community, if you are doing what the Black Panthers did, if you are doing what the Black Panthers did, the ones who were for the struggle and whatnot, I'm down with you. But if you walking around here, if you're killing people, if you are having sex with underage girls, if you are
Drugs.
just all that, if you heck yeah, even if you selling drugs, I ain't rocking with you. I ain't rocking with you. There's already enough negativity in the world. Why add to it? Again, I say, again, I say, I grew up a shy, bashful, awkward kid. I've been homeless, but I'm a teacher now. I'm a teacher, an actor, a playwright, all that.
And the MC.
I have not rapped in a very long time, but yes, that too. If I can make something of myself, if you can make something of yourself, why can't you? Why can't you? Why can't you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
my man.
because
The, okay, yeah, come, yeah, speak.
I was about to say, there is this narrative here in America with the Democratic Party that says blacks need us. No, and blacks, and let's allow black people that have excuses for why they are in need of help of us. I'm like, no. We as black people need to hold ourselves accountable to our crappy actions and whatnot, and we need to do better. Period. Now, what was you about to say? Sorry about that.
All right, it's cool, it's cool, it's cool. So what I was about to say, it was in terms of the two-party system that we have there. I think some kind of disadvantage for you as individuals and you as a group of black people, now that you have to choose between two parties that really don't represent you. Because I watch CNN, I watch these Fox News and stuff.
Don't watch that mess.
I watch Fox News, and
Don't
there's
watch
a
that
hell of
mess.
that's whole of a garbage. And when it comes to these two parties, all these promises, they are nothing compared to what is happening in the ghettos, what is happening in the hoods. So I don't really understand, why do you really still opt for those two, Democrats and Republicans, because they are really not representing anything that has to do with black people. So I think it's high time that one of you, the number of you as black people there in America, take charge and make sure that you build a black African generational wealth and stay away from black people. There are too, and from white people, there are too many businesses that you are creating there. If you support those businesses and circulate money amongst you as black people, you will create too much generational wealth and build the country, the the blacks there communities. Because I'm not sure that this is true. I've heard that the Black Lives Matter organization have generated more than 2 billion rands up until now, but there's nothing that have gone to the communities up until now. So I got a question up in there. What's going on?
You want my was your life for was your life for my honest answer
Come
as
up with
a
it. Come up
as
with
a
it.
man who has been um as a man who has lived in America for three and a half decades. I'm gonna tell you, man, I'm gonna put you on game. Check me out. Check me out. Democrats, the Democratic Party got us by the balls. You know what I'm saying? Very few of us, very few of us are educated enough to let go of the Democratic Party. You see, the Democratic Party, same bird, right wing, left wing, same crooked bird. Democratic Party just as racist as the Republican Party. So we're not thinking about that. I tell you what we're thinking about. We're thinking, hey, if it's a black institution, whatever. But yo, if I could get into this white institution, I'm balling. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's what a lot of us think. Me, I'm like, I put it like this. I've done black theater and I've done white theater, right? Great. I've had fun, did incredible plays in both of them. Wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Black theater ain't better than white theater. White theater ain't better than black theater. I've had fun at both places. You know what I'm saying? Um, I like Starbucks. I like Barnes and Noble. But yo, when a black bookstore and coffee shop open up, I'm there. This is my point. A lot of us don't have the discipline to invest into generational wealth. You know what I'm saying? We ain't tied to each other today in 2020 like we were back in 1960. See, in 1960 we had next to nothing. We needed each other. We need each other now, but we have other resources upon resources upon resources. Black Lives Matter. I'm gonna tell you what I think about Black Lives Matter. I am 100% with the sentiment, Black Lives Matter, 100% with the sentiment, with the idea that Black Lives Matter. My Black Life matters. Your
Yes.
Black Life matters. Jacob Blake's Black Life matters. Trayvon Martin's Black Life matters. My mom's Black Life matters. All of that, right? But I'm not with the movement. I'm not with the group. I'm not with the group. Because the group will probably look at me and my alpha male masculine way of operating through life as misogynistic. I
Obvious.
got a problem with that.
There are those
The group,
things that you need to look out for. There are those boundaries that you don't need to. You need to always look out for machinistic, the letters, LGB, what. The, those are
I
the kind
should
of
have not
things
left
that
this there.
those are the kind of
LGBTQIA, man. Those are the letters, man.
yeah
LGBTQIA.
yeah.
Those
So
are
for you,
lesbian, gay, bisexual, queer, intersexual, asexual. That's what it is. I do not fit within none of those letters. Again, I have laid black women down, split them wide open, and went right into heaven, man. Heaven. Just man, I know I heard angels. You know, but what I'm getting at, what I'm getting at is
Black Lives
I
Matter,
think listen,
wara
check me out.
wara, yeah.
Check me out. I take nothing away from them and stuff. They protest, they raise a lot of hell when someone's getting shot by the police. But I'm like, what are you doing when someone's not being shot by police? You know what I'm saying? Um, they go hard for they go harder for black trans people than they do for black cisgender people. And you know what? The founders of it, they're all queer women. So, yo, that's more black trans, black queer, black gay and stuff. That's more their tribe, you know what I'm saying? I'm only part of their tribe I'm only part of their tribe to the effect that I'm black. But again, I'm not gay. So you gotta know what tribe they're aligned with. There and you gotta know what tribe that you're aligned with. And again, I wear the mask with the fist and the hashtag. I do say Black Lives Matter, but the movement, there's no place for me in the movement. So I'm like, hey, rock on.
Yeah, man.
Does that make sense, or am I babbling?
Yeah, no, it makes sense, man. What you are saying is you are in for what the movement represents, but you are
Now,
you are not in for the actual organization.
no,
Uh,
I'm not with
uh,
the
yeah,
organization.
because from what I'm reading, I'm far hell away from America, and I'm gonna be far away from America as far as I want to. But I'm very much interested in America because I
Why?
like I like black people, and there's a lot of black people who are in America, and I'm very in interested also in Brazil because there's too much black people who are in there. So even my music is doing very well in Brazil, even more than in America, because there's too much black people. My music is talking to black people. So what I'm saying is the Black Life Movement, Black Life Matters movement, Pan Africans in there in America need.
Hold up, time out. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't think you even put Pan Africans in the Black Lives Matter.
No.
Is that even possible?
No. What I'm saying is the Pan Africans who are in there need to build some sort of a movement that will allow black people to unite and form some sort of structure and generational wealth for the black people. Because you're not going to win with those parties that you have, Democrats and Republicans.
You're not,
What
man.
you're going to win if you put money into each other.
Let me I feel a rant coming on. So you're on more platforms than I'm on, so I gotta say this real quick. Watch my play November 6th. Aprende español.
Where is it going to be?
So what?
Where is it going to be?
It's gonna be November 6th. It's gonna be a Zoom reading. You know what I'm saying? You and your audience need to watch it. Aprende español, November 6th. But nah, yes, but here's what I have to say about American politics. You study it. So and you study it. So check me out. A lot of us are in the mindset that Donald Trump needs to get up out of office. A lot of us are in the mindset that the Joe Biden Kamala Harris ticket is the way to go, right? Right? Well, I'm here to say,
You don't have much choices. Those are not choices.
I'm here to say, I'm here to say, I don't care who is in the daggone White House. We still screwed.
Doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter.
We're in love with Obama. Obama spent 8 years in that White House, and we started dropping like flies more
He done
publicly
nothing.
than he was up in there.
He done nothing. He done
He
nothing.
ain't do nothing for us. And you think Kamala Harris, as many black people as she locked up, is gonna do something for us?
Nothing, man. Nothing. So
She calls herself a black woman when she needs them black votes. That's what it is. You think Joe Biden, who locked all them black people up through the crime bill, is gonna do something for us?
nada, nada.
You
So
may as well keep Donald Trump up in there. Because at least with Donald Trump in there, and I'm
you
not a Trump
know,
man,
you
let it
know
be
what's
known.
going on. You know what's going on with him
You
right
know
there.
what's going on, and you're going to take time to educate yourself on what is going on.
I
You
think
see,
for Pan Africans who are there, it's right for black for this guy Donald Trump to be there, for them to know what's going on, to actually get more radical in
know
acting.
your enemy so that you can fight him. If
Yeah,
you got these two people up in there who pander to black people, and it's the black elite and the uneducated black people that they pander to, they don't pander to me and you because we know what's up.
obviously. And I heard that up until now, Donald Trump haven't been like spoke against those white supremacist cops that killed Jacob Blake. He haven't spoke on them up until now.
What Donald
What the
Trump
hell
has
is that?
done that everybody is still holding, that everybody still hates him for doing, is back in I think 2016. Yeah, 2016. There was a riot where KKK members, where Klan members and neo Nazis were protesting, and Black Lives Matter protesters got in the mix. A whole bunch of crap happened. A young lady died. I think her name was Amber or something. Forgot her last name. Um, but anyway, Donald Trump, when we are looking at the president of the United States to dispel, delegitimize any white supremacy groups such as the neo Nazis or the Ku Klux
And
Klan, he
KKK.
says there were very fine people on both sides.
All right. We need to step away from Donald Trump and we need to conclude soon because I think we passed 2 hours right now.
Yeah, come on, man. We doing that cool. My bad. Man, shoot.
It's
Been a great
cool.
conversation, man.
It's cool. I'm still there, man. But I think we need to do a part two of this. I really maybe in a month time, in 5 weeks time, we do a part two. We come and reminisce in your resonate. So
Do our attention spans long? Do people have long attention spans in Africa?
not really, but
Dang.
no, not really, man. So I want to allude to this. Whoever is watching from America, they need to understand that here in Africa, there is a place for Africans, whoever or wherever you are from, there's a place for you. Why do you think all those rich black Americans are circling to come and stay here in Africa? Because they see what is going on. Many of them, they got their citizenships here in Africa. They got their lands, they are planting, they are living free without being bothered by police and all that kind of stuff. So my uh, message to whoever is watching from your side in North Carolina, in New Jersey, in South Dakota, even in there in the South, if you are an African, there's a place for you in Africa. If you need some assistance, contact me. I will hook you up and I will sort you out to have a place here in Africa because you need to come back here in Africa before you all get killed by these police because it's clear that you're not wanted in there. You will get killed in numbers. if you have not yet get killed and you got that right, you need to form some kind of economical unity where you will control the economy, your own economy, so that you will be able to buy the votes with your own economy. You buy whatever you want to buy, come together, control your economy, use even the drug money if you have to buy that economy to form some kind of structures in the community as Americans who are black in America. Because if you think that Democrats and Republicans are for you, then you are wrong. That is my message.
So I have a message to everybody in Africa from my side. Um, Now you come here to America. If you happen to come here to America, there are a group of us who are Pan Africans. We're all over the place. We will love you. Unfortunately, here, not all skin folk is kin folk. There are those who look like us who will look at you and dismiss you for whatever reason. So I would say you come here, yo, you get a lot of cool rights and privileges here in America, but you're still up under the eye of white supremacy. So you come here, you come here, you'll be able, hopefully you'll be able to do everything that brother here just said. But there is hope everywhere you go because we walk around with that royal energy. Now, brother, real quick, tell the listeners for ADQ's Renaissance, how can they get in contact with you?
All right, that's very simple. I'm on Twitter. That's Maneza F8. It's Maneza F8. Maneza separated F8. Or Maneza F8 just equal on Twitter and also on Instagram. On Facebook, can just check Booty, VMP Music, Maneza. That's me. I'm there. But my podcast is FKU Africa Podcast. Check that out. FKU Africa Podcast. FKU means Fikiria kwa Undani Africa. That is Swahili, the language that we are learning, we are pushing for Africans to understand wherever you are. I applaud those that are busy learning it. If you have not, try to learn some few words. We want in the next 30 years, wherever you go, if you're talking to a black person in Swahili, he must be able to understand you without speaking
Okay.
in English. So that is what we are pushing. We are pushing that Swahili. So FKU means fikiria kwa undani. That means think deeply Africa. Fikiria kwa undani. That's the podcast. You get it on Spotify. You get it on Apple Podcast. You get it on Listeners Podcast. You get it on Google Play Podcast. You get it on YouTube. You will get to watch me speaking. All these things come with images of whatever is going on. It's there. It's there for you. I try to make sure that I bring the real or whatever is going on. You need to check out all your heroes. I speak about them in the previous episodes. So I got to meet the brother that I'm speaking to throughout my work as a podcaster, and he's also a podcaster. We meet in the Pan African groups on Facebook, and we click. We felt like we needed to have this meet and just share some words, but doesn't mean that it ends here. Me and the brother, we still have some long arguments, long conversations, long advices, long collaborations ahead to come.
And for those and dope stuff, and for those of you who are listen to his podcast, I mean, for your listeners, you want to check me out. My email is adq4christ@gmail.com. My Twitter is Avenue ADQ _85. My Instagram is Dion Chocolate God 85. And my Facebook is Adrian Dion Quarles, my government name, ADRIAN DION QUARLES. Please don't call the CIA on me. Maneza,
Yeah,
my brother.
man. Yeah, man. It
It
was
was great
nice.
talking to you. It was great chopping it up with you. Man, I enjoyed this conversation. Didn't mean for it to go so daggone long. But yo, that's what happens when there's synergy, when there's African synergy. And for all that you do, all the knowledge that you are spreading out there, the Bible is not Harry Potter. It is a dope book. But anyway, for all that you do, you, sir, are a valued, loved, and necessary member of the Renaissance. And to all of my brothers and sisters out there in Africa, nakupenda, nakupenda, nakupenda.
Amen to that Harry Potter book. That's what's up.
Ashe to that life book. Amen. Not my
Well,
bow tie.
man,
Not my bow tie.
I think next time you must really dig deep into African spirituality, what gives you and what I do. Like try to explain what I do to overcome some situations, like getting people who are unable to get kids, people who are unable to get it up in the beds and all kind of stuff, people who are peeing in the
Yeah,
bed.
what?
Yeah, man. Spirituality will help you on that kind of things.
Yeah, it's spirituality. It's called the booty. You know, doing the bot. Oh, and be like, oh, okay, okay. And all you gotta do, boom, oh snap, here we go, here we go. I'm going in, I'm going in, I'm in heaven.